Hey y'all, it's March the 4th, 2017. I wanted to holler at y'all about something. You might already well know that on this channel, in this particular channel, exclusive Facebook group, there's zero tolerance, alright? Tolerance is a bad thing. Alright, you might understand that this goes sevenfold for pedophilia. Alright, all day, every day. Alright, that being said, I realize, most of us already understand that pedophilia is going on here and there, and probably in the inner workings of the upper echelons of this society. All right, we know that. It's hardly too much that as individuals that we can do about that. A lot of people out there might be looking around and saying, "Look, I don't know of any pedophiles in my general vicinity. I know that there may be some, but I don't know who they are. I haven't seen any of that activity. What exactly could I do in my day-to-day life that might do something to deter the amount of pedophilia all throughout our society?" All right, and there's definitely a number of things that you could do. I would like to point you out to one of them today. All right. I'm a subscriber to many people, many very serious people on the internet who like to talk. And also, I do have some subscriptions to channels that are more lighthearted and, more of a comedic style, right? One of the channels that I'm subscribed to, and I got in on the ground floor basically, and then he blew up, is LeafyIsHere. LeafyIsHere goes pretty hard. He's pretty funny. I know he might not be everybody's taste out there, but one of the reasons why I personally dig a LeafyIsHere so much is he has dozens upon dozens of videos where he's clearly shown that there are music videos being shown, and I left a link to the latest video he did. I just seen it. But there are music videos out there in which very, very young girls or very, very young boys are in these music videos, dancing quite seductively, talking about lyrics that they should have no business talking about at their age, and it's entirely inappropriate. In fact, it's absurd to think about it. It's absurd to think about it. All right, these young children should not be speaking in this way, and lots of times they'll have kind of undertones. It's not going to be very direct as far as the sexual nature of the things that they're speaking about in these music videos. It's not always direct, but there's always some sort of undertones, especially with the seductive dancing. Now, these are little kids, all right, and LeafyIsHere points out, I think very well, the amount of debauchery that's going on when you have little kids dancing around like this and singing about this kind of stuff. All right, and I'm sure he's touched on it many a times, but I'm going to touch on it as well. The rabbit hole goes even deeper, because as a child, and there's lots of little girls, I'm talking about millions of little girls who be watching these music videos, maybe little boys too, watching these music videos and going stark raving nuts over these other little kids in a sexual manner. Understand that. But you know what? The rabbit hole does go deeper, because you have to understand the videos, the type of videos that they're shooting. They cost tens of thousands of dollars. So how did a lot of these kids get these tens of thousands of dollars? Well, it could be in a couple different ways, but I venture to dare to bet that most of the time you have companies who are ran by middle-aged to grown-ass, old-ass men. And they got money and they want to invest. And the process might look a little something like, that little boy, that 10-year-old little boy, he's got what it takes. He's got a money maker on him. I need to go ahead and invest tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars into this little 10-year-old boy. He's got what it takes. And then they talk to the little boy who's just dancing around and singing and say, hey, listen, little boy, I think you got what it takes. I'm going to invest all sort of money in you. Put on these pair of pants and stuff. I like it when you do that. I think the little girls are really going to like it. All right. And how about you brush your hair like this? Oh, yeah, that looks good. I think the little girls are going to like this. I think it's going to make me lots of money. That's exactly how the process goes. All right. So do not ever kid yourself about that. It's very, very weird. It's very, very perverse. The whole idea of this is very, very perverse. And in the end, it's things like this that really do contribute to the acceptance and tolerance of pedophilia around us. I mean, if you're willing to tolerate this, shoot, what are you not willing to tolerate? All right. So that is in a way, because here's the thing, a lot of us have daughters out here. I know a lot of people who have daughters. All right. And for some reason or another, people are letting their little children on the internet, and that's actually a bad thing. That's a whole different other video. But they're letting their children on the internet, and their children get directed to these music videos that have been produced by pedophiles or people of a pedophilic nature. People who for some reason know what little girls want. All right. And they're watching these videos and they're getting entrapped by them. These little girls, of course they're going to get confused. All right. Because simply by nature, the way the nature goes is dudes with very, very high testosterone, they wind up getting the lady, because ladies are meant to look for guys with very high testosterone. Right? It's really that simple. So when little girls are being made to fall in love with little tiny boys who honestly just can't even help but being a little bit feminine because they do not have the testosterone, well, it makes these little girls very confused. And I'm sure there's a lot of little boys out there getting very confused right now. Right? Because of some harmless little videos that, you're letting your children watch, and meanwhile you're, I don't know, you're watching football or you're watching some sort of soap opera or something in a different room. That's kind of what's going on. And that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. This is something that we can do against pedophilia. We can do it today. Right? I mean, all you really have to do is sit in a room with your daughter and have her watch one of these music videos and say, look, this is a little boy here. And explain to her the whole pedophile process that takes place to get some little boy onto that camera. All right? You want to ask Corey Feldman what they do with little boys like that in that kind of industry? You want to ask Corey Feldman what they do with little boys like that in that kind of industry? All right, so explain this whole process to your little daughter. Guess what? If she can comprehend English, all right, she's going to understand that this is very seriously weird and abnormal and destructive, suicidal. All right, you got to meet this problem head on, because this problem does exist. This problem's going to get some people very, very confused. And anyways, I thought I would point that out to you. There's lots of these little children out there. Lots of these little children out there being exploited by the music industry, getting all sort of money, eventually all sort of drugs, to do whatever. All right. Meanwhile, the kids dancing around in this dang music video should probably be thinking about, hey, what is my purpose in life, and what should I do for money when I get older? Maybe dancing about all seductively in my glittered up clothes. Maybe that's not going to lead to a beneficial future for me. All right. They should be thinking about selling lemonade and stuff like that at this age. Not, ooh, girl, you need to tweet me. I'm going to hit you up type stuff. This is stupid. All right? And it's more suicidal than you think. Anyways, it's March the 4th, 2017, and I'll holler at y'all later.